Ahtoy, teaching out of the Ailey Studios today. I hope you're all doing well at home. I'm teaching Salsa today on behalf of Baila Society and on behalf of Fiji. San Luis, my colleague who teaches here on Thursday nights at 6:30 to 7:30, hopefully we'll be back to our regular schedule soon. In the meantime, I have a little challenge step for all of you. I'm going to assume that you know the New York style basic, and so we're gonna warm up first by using our break steps, not just in the basic, but we're gonna break forward to the side and then to the back. Now, if those of you who remember, the break step is any step where you change direction. It could be forward to back, right to left, side to side, or back to forward. I'm gonna demonstrate those steps right now, and we're gonna use this with one warm-up song to get our hips moving and to get our rhythm going. Let's start with the forward break steps. We're gonna step in place first with the right foot, and then we're gonna break forward with the left and rock our weight back on the right foot. So that's gonna be 2, 3. I'm gonna repeat that same pattern on the other side. So starting with my left foot stepping in place on 5 and breaking forward and back on 6, 7, 6, 7. So from the front, it looks like this, starting with my right foot, 1, 2, 3, and then continuing on 5, breaking forward on 6, 7. I'm gonna show you our side breaks from the front. I'm gonna start with my right foot, and breaking to my left is gonna be on 2, 3, put the feet together on 5, and break to the right on 6, 7. So that whole step is your side basic. You should recognize it. It's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Finally, the back breaks are very similar to the front breaks. Remember, all of these break steps are happening on the counts of 2 and 6, but this time we're gonna break to the back. And I'm gonna count them out, but I'm gonna turn around. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. So remember that each of these break steps, they should feel very similar. In the front, we're breaking forward, changing weight, breaking forward and changing weight, and then to the side, changing weight, and changing weight, and finally to the back, changing weight. Now this is your foundation for your salsa basic. You will remember that our New York style basic is half a break forward and half a break to the back. For now, we are gonna do 2 sets of each break. That means 1 and then another bar of front breaks. We're gonna continue directly to 2 bars of your side breaks or your side basic, and then we'll do 2 bars of your back break or back basic. After that, so I don't have to count through this song that we're gonna play, we're gonna do 4 New York style basics. That means half breaking forward, half breaking back. That was my second one. This is gonna be my third, 6, 7, and my fourth, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Some things to remember while you're practicing this is during the break step, I'm gonna try to use the ball of my foot so that when I break forward, side, or backward, I'm gonna lean on that foot, press into the ball of the foot without putting the heel down. And that's gonna help me push my body weight back to the center. So I have this break step into my left foot. I'm gonna push into the ball of the foot and bring my weight back to my right foot. So I'm really doing this rocking and pressing motion from the side, rocking and pressing, and even to the side, I'm not putting my heels down. Especially to the back, it's really important that you think about your weight going over your front foot, keeping your back heel up. All right, everybody, follow along with me. We're gonna play one full song, and this song is gonna be by my friend Jimmy Bosch. He's a really great salsa artist, and if you like this song, please consider supporting him on iTunes or wherever you get your music. fun practicing those basic steps with me. And now we are going to start a little challenge routine. Now these steps are not going to be outside of our normal New York style salsa syllabus, but they are a little bit more advanced than what you're used to if you're dancing with me on Tuesday nights or with Fiji in the intro to salsa class on Thursday nights. The 3 steps I'm going to teach you are the New York swing basic. Now this is not what my colleagues would call a New York swing basic, but there is a particular way to style the New York basic that you already know to prepare for the next 2 steps. Those next 2 steps are called swing steps. The first one is called the half swing, and the second one is called swing mambo jazz. And I'll get to the meanings of these names as we go along. First, the New York swing basic. Now when I say swing, I don't mean swing as in jive or jitterbug or any of that class of dance moves, partner moves. I'm talking about a whole different style of dancing, mambo specifically. The swing style of dancing mambo originated here in New York in the 1940s and 50s, and in fact these very same steps were danced then, and we really enjoy doing them today. Here's how you're going to start your New York basic. I'm going to do it first to the front. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 forward, but instead of taking my left foot on 2 directly in front of me where my 2 feet each have a track of their own, I'm going to cross my left foot instead. So I'm going to do 1 and I'm going to cross here on 2. Now notice that I'm only using the ball of my foot here on my left, and I'm going to pull back. I'm going to use that pressure in my left foot to push myself back on my right foot. That's going to be on 3. So here are my first 3 steps. This is 1, cross on 2, push back 3. I'm going to step all the way back on 5, but instead of taking this break step on 6, 7 like we usually do, I'm going to keep my feet a little bit closer together. Again, still using the ball of the right foot on 6, but I'm going to use this, the pressure on my right foot, to propel myself diagonally to the left. This is going to feel kind of like a slide. Now what I mean by diagonal is if you imagine yourself in a small square box, you're going to think of aiming towards your top left corner. So I'm going to step in my 6 and I'm going to turn my body so that my left side is facing this corner, and that's going to be my 7. And this is going to set us up for our swing steps. The whole thing now is going 1, cross on 2, push back 3, keep walking back, 5, step much closer here on 6, and we're going to the diagonal on 7. Let's do it a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now, the other reason why we use this swing style to set ourselves up for the swing steps is because this is going to help us bounce our basic. And that's why I wanted us to practice earlier how to use the balls of the feet for the counts 2s and 6. I'm going to use my ball of my left foot to bounce my body up and then down. On 3, I'm going to keep walking back, and I'm going to do the same thing with my 6. So here's down, up, down. So it's now up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up. Let's take a look at it from the other angle. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We're going to call that our swing basic. You can use that basic whenever you like. You can use it as your default basic. We usually don't teach it in our first 2 classes, again, because it is not like an intro level step. Now, let's transition into our swing steps. Now that I'm over into this corner, I'm going to do another combination of stepping and crossing, but it's going to feel faster. The counts are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of 1, 2, 3, and then pause on 4, we're going to dance for all 4 beats. It's going to be step, cross on 2, step back on 3, but on 4, I'm going to step with my feet side to side, with a little space in between my feet. So once again, this goes 1, cross step feet apart. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it in a faster rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now before we get through the rest of the step, I want to show you why this step is called the swing. Going back to this bouncing concept that we brought up earlier, we're going to go up, bend the knees here on 2, come up again, and bend the knees again. So the feeling is going to be very bouncy. It's going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to continue that feeling and finish off this step. It's called a half swing because this swing beginning is going to end, and we're going to instead tap to finish out the bar. So I stepped here on 4. I'm going to tap my right toes on 5, change weight on 6, tap my left toes on 7. So all together we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. This is my New York swing basic. Let's try that from the other side. The New York swing basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Let's start our half swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you notice, we're going to start up. So let me give you a tip about how to begin that swing right here on 1. So let's say that I've done my swing basic. I'm here on 7. As soon as I step on that right foot for the count of 1, I'm going to think almost as if I'm jumping or I'm doing a little hop. And that's going to get your bounce going. So I'm going to go up, down. In fact, some people, if they really want to be dramatic with this step, will do a really big hop and a really big swing with that left leg. We don't need to do that, especially if you're in a New York style small apartment. Don't kick any of your furniture. We're going to go up, and this is when you're going to bend your knees. So on that 2, think about your odd numbers going up and your even numbers going down and soft into the knees. All right, let's preserve that half swing beginning. So that 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's save that for the next step, which is going to be the swing mambo jazz. It starts the same as a half swing, 1, 2, 3, 4. But instead of doing this point here, or this touch with my toes, I'm going to kick into the air. So this is going to be a much higher kick or a flick. I'm going to take my foot off the floor, that's my right foot. My knees bent first, and then I'm going to extend my leg, toes down into the floor. So from here, it's going to look like this, up and kick. Then I'm going to step back. Now, those of you who have taken jazz classes know what a kick-ball change is. And the kick-ball change combination is very important to us salseros as well, but we like to make it fancy. So this is mambo jazz. We're going to kick, ball, change weight, but we're going to change the angle of our body all the way to my right, and then I'm going to change weight into my left foot. So all together, this looks like this. Kick, bring my weight all the way to my right foot. I'm even going to look over my right shoulder, and then I'm going to change weight on 7. Now alone, if we didn't do the beginning of this step, this part of it, this kickball change part, would still be called mambo jazz. And you might see elements of this movement in partner work as well. Let me show it to you from here. We're going to do a kick this way and pull your right side all the way back. Now this is technically not a kickball change because we do have the right heel on the floor. And that's because we're really going to change the weight completely into this foot. In fact, I'm going to kick out my left foot and point my toes over there. So this is what this looks like from here. And this is what it looks like from the side. Here's my kick, pulling my weight all the way into my right side, and then I'm pointing my left foot. I'm going to straighten that leg, and I'm going to bend my right leg so that I can keep my balance. Now it's very important that you use your arms, your contra body motion in this movement, because we're going to do a quick change of direction. So my arms are going to oppose my kick, my right leg, my left arm, if you look at it from the front. my right leg and my left arm. And then when I switch, when I bring this leg all the way over, it's going to be behind me, I'm going to change my arms. So my right arm is going to go across my chest, and my left arm will open out to the side. So I'm really doing this motion without the legs. Twist, twist. From this angle, twist, twist. That's my left arm forward first, and then my right. So kickball change or mambo jazz, all the way to the back, and then change weight. Finally, let's talk about how to angle the head in the mambo jazz. In order to make it very dramatic, we're going to look all the way over our right shoulder. So we're going to go from here, let's say this is my front, and I'm going to look over my right shoulder, which is now to the back of me. From this angle, it's kick and all the way to the camera. Let's take it from the beginning. We have the swing beginning. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to kick here, set up in opposition, and all the way to the back. This is going to be 7, and we're going to go back to our basic 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I'll turn around. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Basic 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Let's put all 3 of those steps together. We have our New York style swing basic or our swing prep. Then we have our half swing, and finally our mambo jazz that has a swing beginning. I'm going to do them back to back because they fit very well in sequence, but don't forget that you can use any of these in any combination as you're improvising on the dance floor. I'm going to turn around so you can see it from the back. A regular basic first, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Our swing prep, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Our half swing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And our mambo jazz, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. From the front, regular basics, you can compare and contrast. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Swing preparation or swing basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Half swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And our mambo jazz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Occasionally, you might hear an instructor count this mambo jazz as 5 and 6, 7. It's going to feel a little syncopated, and what they're counting out, and what I will occasionally count out, is the articulation of changing weight on the and before the 6, extending my left leg on the 6, and then returning my weight to my left foot on the 7. Now let's do that all in sequence, because I know you have a chance to look at this video over and over again. I'm going to do 4 regular basics. I'm going to motion with my hand, and we're going to start together. And we're going to do our swing preparation, our half swing, and our mambo jazz. We're going to repeat this combination over and over again. Now this time, I'm going to play a song from another great friend, David Frankel, and his band Avenida B. And if you like this song, please consider supporting them as well on iTunes or wherever you buy your music.
No
extra tips about the swing step. First of all, it's the feeling that matters the most, because these steps are really a part of a larger class of steps, and you'll find in your salsa journey that there are going to be many different versions, but they all have the same feeling. So that up, down, bouncy feeling that we just worked on. Now, if you're working on that feeling, I recommend using the half swing portion. So this step touch. I know this is a very familiar dance to you because we all did it at our cousin's wedding when we were like 7. But it's going to feel different when we do it in a swing style. So remember, it's down and then up, down, up, down, up. Bend your knees, bend your knees, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Now, we can play with this in terms of styling. For example, we can do a shimmy with the shoulders. That's a little hard to keep your rhythm as you're doing this, but this is actually the perfect step to practice your shimmy because it's very steady. Then we can do a shake with the hips, kind of like a shimmy for the hips, but that's going to go this way. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping my feet steady, and I'm using my knees to shake my hips up and down. So it's going to be shake, 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 shake. Now, the swing step, I just want to show you a demonstration how you could use this step and keep the feeling of going up and down. They're always going to start with that swing beginning, this 1, 2, 3, 4. And instead of doing this, for example, we might just walk. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Or we can turn, for example. Turn and turn, down, up, down, up. So when we get back to practicing together, hopefully you can practice your swing feeling and be ready for any of those steps. Once again, my name is Ahtoy. I'm representing Baila Society here at the Ailey Extension. We might try this again. I might try doing some videos in my own home. But most importantly, continue dancing and practicing, and feel free to send me any videos if you post them on Instagram or on Facebook. You can find me, Ahtoy Juliana, or the Ailey Extension, and I would be more than happy to give you feedback about your dancing. I can't wait to see you all. We miss you, and take care.